And it was down there probably at least a foot, foot and a half. So let's see what it is. Let me set you. Oh, is that it? Right there. I have a brand new adventure today. I am on a really cool farm, and I was talking to a guy that works here, and he said when they were clearing some of these roads, they're putting some roads in because they're going to put cattle over here. So there's a bunch of oyster shells. You know how I love oyster shells. So what we're going to do is we're going to check this little spot out. Now, unfortunately, it's really grown up. Let's go ahead and get to it. We have about 2 hours, which should be plenty of time to find a gold coin. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, let me show you what we're hunting with today. We got the Garrett AT Max, 0 program, 0 discrimination. A couple bars of battery juice there. That should be okay for a while. Really loud. I like the maximum sensitivity, and I also have the volume all the way up because I like it loud. I've been walking around a little bit just kind of looking for stuff, and I wanted to show you this. So there's an old piece of glass. So this is telling me that there probably is an old home or at least a dump around here. There are a couple pieces of oyster shells. I'm not seeing a lot of them. We might not be in the exact right spot. So, but yeah, look at some pottery here. So we might be on it okay here in a minute. So let's go ahead and get to it. If you're ready, I'm ready. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's awesome. I love being outside. So we have the first decent sounding target of the day. I'm hearing some iron in here, not as much as I had hoped. That's like a mid-tone though. It's pretty solid. So let's go ahead and dig that together because I always like to dig the first target with you. Okay, right. I don't think it's going to be very deep. Fortunately, there's a barn not too far from here, so there's probably going to be some farm junk in there as well. But, oh. Probably. No! Look at that. Ah, God, it's not a razor blade. Is it? Oh. Alright, that's a piece of stainless steel. It's probably some type of strapping. That's modern. Hey, it's not too good, is it? Now that's a weird looking little mushroom. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. I mean, it looks kind of like, you know, a puffball-y thing, but it's a weird orange or a yellow color. I wonder what they are. Never seen one like that. Pretty cool. I think I'm more excited about that than anything I've found so far. That kind of a mid-tone right here, and I went ahead and dug it up because I'm not really finding much old stuff, but I think I might have a musket ball right there. What do you think? Shall we? Look at that. Yeah, that's a cool little musket ball right there. I don't think it's a fired one either. It's not quite perfectly round. It could be fired, but it just seems like it's pretty roundish. All right, that's awesome. Musket ball. So I had a big signal right here, and you can see down to a little over a foot, and I think it's going to be a piece of iron, but it feels good size. I thought we'd go ahead and look at it together. I don't know what it is yet, but I hit it right here. You hear it scraping. I'm hoping it's like an axe or maybe a hoe. Probably. Oh, it's no piece of pot. There we go. Wow, look at that. Looks like a cannonball piece. Yeah, okay, so this is an old cooking pot. Part of it. You see the mold seam going around it. I mean, that could easily be 1700s. You know, probably up until mid 1800s or so. But that's pretty awesome right there. I guess that's the bottom. Whew! All right. Artifacts are down deep. That'll keep us busy. So a nice little signal here, yeah, about a 46 on the meter, mid-tone. So I just went ahead and dug it. Haven't seen it yet, so I thought I'd get you out. And I thought we could poke around together. It's in this clump. Well, let me set this so you can hear it. Hold on a second here. See, it's just kind of a mid-tone. It doesn't feel sound very big. I'm thinking it's going to be a piece of buckshot or something like that, but since we're not really finding too much yet. Oh no, there it is. That is a 22 caliber, 22 Magnum. No, actually it isn't. It looked like it. That is a weird one. I don't actually have one of these guns. It's a modern cartridge. It looks a lot like a 22 Magnum, but it's neck down, so it's definitely not that. So I'm not sure what that is, but oh well. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wait until I get a good artifact out of the ground or get into a place where I'm seeing a lot of pottery. I mean, I think this is going to be sweet. Unfortunately, the fields are kind of growing up still, so we might have to come back later this winter. But I'm thinking there is a homesite around here. You know, we saw a little bit of oyster shells. There's a little bit of glass, a little bit of pottery, but not a lot. You know, the house site could be out in the middle of that stuff for all we know, but we'll keep looking around. Hopefully we'll get a hot spot before it's over. I don't want to go home skunked again. Another big iron signal down deep. I thought it might be just another, oh looky, pottery. Oh, it's like a little bone button, look at that. That's a piece of a little bone button that's falling apart, unfortunately. I'll never be able to save that, so we'll give it back to Mother Earth. Yeah, so anyway, this is a really cool artifact. This is an old hoe. This could date into the 1700s, you know, 1800s, so earlier 1800s. Probably not much past the Civil War era, but had a round hole there, put the handle in it. Big old cast iron, well, I guess it's hand forged. A heavy, man, that thing is heavy hoe. That's obviously broken. That's probably maybe why they threw it away. Well, we're doing okay on iron artifacts, and did get a musket ball. All right, that's a pretty cool little find right there. I like it. I like it a lot. I have a nice little target right here. I'm actually hearing, let you listen, a lot more iron right through here. It's not like crazy, but I saw a couple small pieces of pottery, but I think we're getting close to where the house must have stood because it's just a lot more iron. And I got a good signal right here. Low 60s, nice and crisp. So I think it's going to be a button. What do you think? That's all I'm going to dig with my hands. Let's see if it's in there still. All right, let me set you up because it still is down there, just a little bit deeper. All right. I don't think it's going to be too deep. It sounds just very crisp. It's probably in that soil right there. I was hoping I could see some of the brass color. No, I see the brass color. It's not good. But it was right in that it was crisp. All right, we have another rifle cartridge. Modern. Looks almost like a 243, but I can't read it. But yeah, another rifle card. Okay, I'm going to wait till I find a button before I get you out next time. I promise. Well, I can't promise you that, but I'm going to try to find something good before I get you out again. A little, kind of a mid-tone right here. I already dug it up. I don't know. I think it's going to be just a piece of lead, but I wanted to get it on camera just in case. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think it's definitely made out of lead. It's not a melted piece of lead. It's flat. Now, way too thick to be like part of a spoon or anything like that. So I think it's a purpose-built or cut piece. It looks almost like it has a design on it. Piece of lead. All right, we'll look at it a little bit closer. A lot of grubs here, huh? Saw some glass I wanted to show you too, but I lost it. It's like a really light colored green glass. It was very strange. A couple little tiny pieces of oyster shell in here, but not too much. All right, piece of lead. Woohoo! Great signal right there. Nice high. Ooh, look at the ants. Better get out of there. I don't know what those little things are, but I bet they bite. Nice high squeaker. It's in the loose dirt right about here. It's not going to be a shotgun shell. It's going to be something good. Shit. I always like to do that in the first glint of that green color or silver or gold. Usually just green because a lot of times that kind of signals a button. Don't actually see it yet. All right, so it's right in here. You see it? Look, it's there. I know it's got to be right in here somewhere. Oh, it's getting ready to rain, isn't it? Look how dark it's getting. It's actually not very late in the day either. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to... Man, it must be small because I know it was there. Now it's here, and I don't see it. It's got to be tiny. Maybe it's a little silver coin. Okay, it's in here. It's an awfully good signal for the size. Oh no, that's why. It is a fired modern bullet. So that's a copper jacket. That's why we get that really nice high squeak, topped off by a lead core. You see the white there, it's lead core. So a nice solid squeak is that brass that's in that bullet. Let's cover this thing up. Keep moving because there's too many ants. Nice little signal right here. Kind of trying to get it with one hand. It's actually kind of a higher one too. That might be a good one. And it could just be a brass button. Maybe it's a little tiny coin, silver coin. Oh, it's hopeful. All right, so whatever it is, it's right in there, and it actually has a pretty good reading. I mean, it's kind of got a high squeak. It's a high squeaker. Should be right in the hole. I'm going to set you up. What do you say? Get some of that out of the way so you can see. This one I am going to check with a pin pointer because that high squeak noise just sounds like it could be something better than just a little button. I suspect it's going to be deeper. Okay, it's definitely deeper. It's right there. Let's dig her out of there with a shovel. Hopefully not hit it. A little deeper here. Get more like that. Getting deeper, deeper. There we go. Come on, hit you. Should be like in that loose dirt or this loose dirt right here, I would think. See some oyster shells in there. See the oyster shell? All right, what do we say we check it? Hold on. Okay, I hear it. I think it's right here. Let's go ahead and check it with this one. Ah, you know, it could be in the loose dirt. It might be in the hole. I'm not sure which. Let's go ahead and pull some aside here by hand. We'll see. It's right there. Something good in that clod. Yep, that's it. All right, let me set you up. Just like Miss Carly, we have some anticipation. And I'm making you wait. Okay, shit yet. I think this is going to be a pretty good one. So, I mean, it just has that high squeak. It could be just a little brass button, but it's not going to be a pull. That's probably it. I see like a dark, oh, there it is right there. I can see it's brass or copper. I see it's darker. That's probably a piece of that thing I already found. Don't know what that is. All right, what do you think? Wow. Not real sure about that piece. I mean, it's old. That's period to this house. You know, it's antebellum era, Civil War. You know, probably not much past the Civil War. Nice heavy piece of coppery brass, hole all the way through. Not sure what it is, but it's an interesting piece. Let's go ahead and bag her and check the hole. Make sure that's all there was in there. All right. You know, I'm hearing a half squeak over right in here. I don't think we've dug that one up yet. Yeah, okay, there's nothing here. I'm thinking there might be something there too. That might be just iron, but I'm gonna go ahead and just dig that up real quick with you. If I stood up and just kicked it with my foot and checked it, I could tell you. You know, I would be able to probably tell you if it was just iron or not. But since we got a little time, we might. I just hit it probably. Let's just go ahead and do this. I mean, it wasn't a great squeak, but I suspect it might have been enough of a squeak to have something good there. It's that light soil again. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna have to move it back. I think it's squeaks in. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you away for a bit, dig that out. If it's something good, I'll show it to you. If it isn't, I'll tell you that it was nothing good. But yeah, I'm gonna put you away. The soil was really hardly packed. It was hard packed, much harder than anywhere else I've dug today. And there's lots of like charcoal mixed in and oyster shells. So there's some type of pit here. Different colored stuff. That's that clay. Oyster shells, I mean the charcoal, I know you won't be able to see it unfortunately, but it's all charcoal through there. And I had a little squeaker in the side of the hole right here. I just took the machine like this. You can hear iron. Kind of a little squeaky thing there too, but on this side of the hole I had a squeaker. So I went ahead and dug all the dirt out and threw it out here. And it's out here now. And it was down there probably at least a foot and a half. So let's see what it is. Hope it's not a pull tab. Let me set you. Oh, is that it? Right there. That, my friend. Now I could be wrong. That could be just a button. Yeah, I think it's going. Oh, it's a button. I should not complain about a button. But I saw that edge and I'm thinking it's that little thin. See how thin that is? I was thinking that could be a silver, small silver coin. But that's a Tombac button. I do believe. So that's a nice early button. Got a nice shank on it. Quite shiny. And that was down almost to the bottom of that hole. So no telling what else is underground here. Just too deep for us to hear through all that iron. Wow, I tell you, I'm almost tempted to just dig that out, but we'll just keep surface hunting today. We might come back here though. maybe dig a pit. That's where I'm filling in that hole where I found that beautiful button, and in the dirt I'm hearing another signal. Well, I hear iron, lots of iron in here. But there's something small right there. Kind of a mid-tone, so we have something else that I'm not sure what it is. Should be right in here though. We're gonna just see it. I'm sure it's, I'm not sure, positive, but I would think it's gonna be in the loose stuff I dug up. Not hearing it right now though. Nice right here. Nice sharp high tone. Alright, we got her. What is it? Okay, it's in here. It's an oyster shell, is it? Oh, not the oyster shell. Oh, there it is. I just saw it. It was another roundish object. I think, is that silver? Loki. Man, that looks like that could be a little silver coin, doesn't it? Doesn't it? No, it's green. Unfortunately, but it's another button. I do believe, well, maybe not. Maybe it's half a button. That's what it is, a half of a Tombac. Tombac is a type of button. It's a type of metal. And lead antimony and lead antimony maybe, and lead antimony and something else. Tin. I think that's Tombac. Anyway, it's a type of metal that kind of comes out of the ground silvery looking, almost like silver. It's an early, that's 1700s, you know, every day of the week. Beautiful little button. It was broken though. I didn't break it, I promise. Let's go and check the hole just to make sure I didn't break it and the rest of it's in there. That could have been like deep too, so I think we should come back here and dig this pit out. What do you think, man? All right, have another nice signal right in here. Here's some iron. I mean, there's lots of iron too, but in the middle of that iron, I'm pretty sure there's going to be something like under that leaf right there. I'm just going to try to dig it one-handed real quick. Yeah, let's see if we can get it like that. Try to speed things up a little bit. Look at how dark that is. You can see the charcoal streaks in it, oyster shells. I don't know if that could be in there or just in that loose dirt. Thanks. All right, it's probably right in this loose dirt here. I think I'll be able to just pick it up out of here, I hope. Come on. Nope, not in there. Nope, not in there. All right, we don't have it now. We're gonna have to set you down. All right, I'm gonna set you down. It's in there somewhere. Oh no, not a piece of bark. The thing is, I'm always torn between, you know, getting it out of the ground and, you know, let you look at it, put it in the bag and split, and then actually teaching you something. Like, we'll show you the techniques that I use, and it just takes a lot longer, and I don't find as much if I do that. But the way I always look at it is I probably found enough in my lifetime. All right, I can feel something with my fingertips. Could be oyster shell. It could be a button. Or it might be nothing. All right, I think I see it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't see it. You guys can't see a thing, can you? I'm sorry. Actually, there's a big piece of iron in there. That might be what I heard. It could be iron and something, but it's definitely a big chunk of iron right there. And sometimes the iron squeaks, especially when I'm in a hurry. Thick iron like that, cooking vessel of some sort. Looks like a part of the bottom of a frying pan. Could have been what it was. It is flat. Just hold you back. Give you some altitude. Check her out. That's probably all it was, you know. Yeah, it's a shovel. I think I don't care anymore. All right, let's get back at it. Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is, or